Okay, look, I want to tell you a story. I had this friend, and this is not one of my psychological rants that I go on at. So I had this friend who, when her boyfriend broke up with her, she sat on his bed and then, like, took her hand and took the shit and then, like, smeared it all over his walls. Like like an angry, like, fucking psychotic, like, Carrie, like, movie scene, like, blah, blah, with, like, classical music in the background, blah, blah, blah. Like, she, like, really did that shit. And that was crazy enough to me. My question has always been, if you're with a woman or a man who has the capacity to shit on your bed and smear it all over the place, wouldn't you imagine that you'd see red flags of that beforehand? I can't imagine that a person that would take their feces and put it all over your room would seem like a perfect angel every day beforehand. I imagine there would have to be clues leading up to that suspicion. It wouldn't just be one randomly day where you're just like, I never saw this coming. She was a school nurse. She did work for Greenpeace. She worked with children at the church. She dressed perfectly every day. I never heard her curse once, and then out of nowhere, shit on my walls! No! Shit all over the place! On my ceilings! On the floors! Oh my god! How did she get it in the vents? It's in the fucking it's in the seams of the fucking lighting! Everything! There's shit everywhere! But, like, you can't be that surprised. A person that does that had to have left clues. You would have had to have noticed a few times them being a little unhinged, thinking like, all right, this bitch might shit on my bed one day. Like, at some point in time, that would have to come to you. And when she told me the story, I didn't feel bad for the guy at all. Didn't feel bad for him whatsoever, because you had to have noticed something. You would have had to have noticed something off about her. You walk out into the kitchen at 8 a.m. She's eating cornflakes with no milk or anything. It's just dry cornflakes. And she's watching a television that has nothing playing. It's just a blank television with nothing on. She's eating cornflakes. And nothing causes you to suspect that there's any break in her stabilization of reality. And you just go along with it. And at that point in time, I blame that on you, my friend. You have walked into this situation. You can't even be mad at her. You asked for this woman to poop on your bed and smear it on your walls. And this is the fate you're receiving for your ridiculous request for stupidity to unveil the reality of your entire existence.